All Bay Cannabis. We are sitting here with Sacramento's own, the Gatlin. What's going on, Gatlin?
Work, man. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. Thank you for asking. So, one thing we always like to ask our question about artistry is where you developed your stage name. So, how did the name Gatlin, the Gatlin, come about?
Shit. If you, I'm pretty sure a lot of our people know what guns are. In the Civil War, they had a gun called the Gatlin gun. And, it's a controlled mechanism type of thing. You can go fast or you can go slow, you know what I mean? So that's how it is with my flow pattern. I don't have a set rap style. So, I can rap fast, I can rap slow. Either way it goes, we killing shit. So, yeah, it's the Gatlin.
The Gatlin.
Yes,
gotcha.
Sir.
Okay. So, where are you from, and what was it like growing up there?
Born and raised Sacramento, California, South Sac to be exact. I am an Iraq baby. Growing up is growing up, man. I don't have one of them life was hard growing up type of stories, man. I knew both my parents. They loved each other. I grew up in a loving home. You know what I mean? But life definitely had its challenges. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing easier handed to us. So, life growing up in South Sac was dope, man. It's a lot of dope memories, man. From Florin Road to 47 to Power Inn to Mac to Meadowview. It's nothing like South Sac. For real,
Gotcha.
for real.
What were some of your musical influences growing up?
The neighborhood that I'm from Elder Creek. It's the same neighborhood as Marvelous and Doughy Rock, and a lot of other artists stayed in that neighborhood, like Brother Lynch. I got a cousin that married into Sebo's family, so I was around Bo a lot. So, a lot of the local artists that I grew up listening to were like Sebo, Marvelous, E40, 3 Times Crazy, Too Short, Keek Sneak, Loonies, of course, shots to Yuck Mouth. Those that late 90s, early 2000 era is what I grew up listening to.
Okay. So, when did you first start taking your music career serious as a career?
9 years ago. My first year out, I dropped like 6 street albums. Yeah, 6. It was 6 or 7 street albums and mixtapes combined in the first year.
Wow.
And I just created my own little wave. My own little sound. And just I dropped so many projects that year just to show people that this ain't no fluke. You know what I mean? And every year after that, I try to drop at least 3 projects a year. Really investing in my craft, spending money, venturing out, collabing, networking, just building my brand. It's been a good 8-9 years.
Okay. So, what was one of the recent projects that you had dropped?
My most recent project was Pack Landed, produced by the Mechanics. Shots to the Mechanics, Kenny Tweed and Fo Rex out of Oakland, California. That was my most recent full body project. We did 3 videos off that record. Couple 100,000 views. They're pretty good. Yeah, that's my most recent project. And then I just drop a lot of singles and videos in between just to keep the buzz going. Just to let them know I'm working at all times.
Okay. So I see that you had mentioned that you work with Dot and Tweed, aka 4 Rex.
Man, love them. My brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other producers you like to work with locally?
Locally, man, I got my own. I call them super friends. I got my own camp of super friends. A lot of dope producers out of Sacramento, man. Shouts to Trackaholic, Racimo, Sickness, Teo, Code 45. Yeah. It's a lot, man. Legion of Doom. Man, I got a lot of secret weapons too. My boy Trill Kicks out of East Palo Alto. Me and DJ Fresh got a whole project. TD Slaps. I can keep going, man. The list goes on, man. I have no I got a partner out of Philadelphia by the name of P.A. Dre. He produced my next album that I got coming out. It's crazy. Me and Cosmo just did an album for 420. Producers, man, that's what I need. You know what I mean? I don't hang around no rappers. You know what I mean? Everybody, you're either producing or shooting videos or taking pictures or doing something other than rapping. That's just how I like to keep my network. But I keep a slew of producers around at all times.
One thing that I know for being in the music industry 20 years is a lot of the names you mentioned, you can't even buy a beat from them. You can't,
and it's fucked up, right? And I sound like an asshole saying it, but I don't buy beats from none of them dudes I just named. You know what I mean? Like, it's love.
Well, you guys have publishing going on.
Yeah.
Bigger business.
And with the exception of a couple names that we're not going to solo nobody out. But a lot of them people, man, we just working for towards a bigger goal. And we know what it's going to take. And if I got to continue to pay you or you continue to pay me, we're not going to make any money. You know what I'm saying? The best thing for us to do is to get out in the world and display our talents
together.
Yes, display our talents as a whole, and get the bag that way. You know what I mean? It's more long term. It shows unity amongst our community, and it's just a one hand wash the other type situation like that.
So I heard that you mentioned that you actually have a project dropping with my po' boy brother Cosmo.
That's my guy.
How did you meet Cosmo?
I've known Cosmo for years, man. I mean, we've always talked through social media and online and, big ups and, all that type of shit. But one of the studios back home in Sac, man, Q made the beat recordings. That's where I do a lot of my music at, and Kaz frequents that area a lot. We've been talking for the past 2 or 3 years about getting one song done, you know what I mean? And we just miss each other every time. He's either doing something with Burn or, you know what I mean? He has so much shit popping. So when he finally, took some time out of his day to send me a beat pack, I didn't waste not one beat in that. You know what I mean? I did. Right. I said, bro, I'm not picking one, bro. I'm going to just take this whole situation. Matter of fact, send me a few more because we going to need to do something. And he was with it, man. He produced my whole next project that I got coming out.
How many tracks are on the album?
8. There's 8. There's 8 on there. I was going to go more, but the tradition of the actual project that's coming out, it's a 420 project.
Okay.
It's called Stoner's Jacket, and I've been doing them every year on 420 for the past 6 years. Yeah, I've always given them away, though. You know what I mean? They've always been like, just throw it on YouTube, playlist to roll up and smoke to for 420.
They are on iTunes, though.
Yeah. Right? No, none of them are.
Oh, really?
It's all free music. You know what I mean? That's just I'm just in it for the culture.
Are they all exclusive beats?
All the beats are exclusive. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, we not stealing nothing. We not rapping on nothing that's purchase your beats today. You get none of that from me. You know what I mean? It's all my producers, all my peoples. This one's just a little more different, man. I never had one producer tap in on one, on one of those projects before. So when he decided to produce that whole album, I decided, hey man, we selling this shit. We bagging this shit up and selling it like dope. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is gonna be the first project that I'm actually, as far as my Stoner's Jacket series, that will actually be for sale. We got to get the bag off this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And so I'm assuming, since you're doing a 420 release, are you dropping a video same day or?
Videos, man. I got a flavor drop that day. I got a record release party that day. I got an album that day. I got a VIP smoke session after the after party that day. 420 is a fucking is life. You know what I mean?
So there's not enough hours to fit in what you got going on.
It's not. I'm a Gemini, so I really wish there was a second person to. I really wish it was a second person to do all this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's
the second you.
Yeah. But it definitely won't be enough hours in the day on 420.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. And so I see you got a new Smash video you just dropped.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it?
Man, me and the homie hit a slim, man. We just dropped some dope, man. Dedicated to the big homie Sibo. The song's actually called Sibo. Stomping in my steel toes. I recreated that. The homie Rob Lowe actually did that beat. Produced by Rob Lowe. If you don't know who Rob Lowe is, shoot yourself.
Period.
Yeah, he produced that record. Working on his project for the big homie, and I kind of wanted to bring some of the AWOL essence back. You know, like I said, I grew up on that shit. AWOL, Sigma, sick with it.
My man is Pizzo.
Yeah, you know, Pizzo, Calhoun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so that record, man, I said, man, I gotta get Slim on. I heard the beat, stomping in my steel toes. Slim jumped on it. He got a whole new look on life. He got more energy than a 12-year-old right now. Every time you see him, he jumping around. Jackhammer, do the jackhammer challenge on IG. Yeah, I had to hit it one time. But yeah, man, stomping in my steel toes. The song is actually called Sibo, featuring Hitter Slim. Shot by the homie Bub. Shouts to the homie Bub, man. He does all my shit.
Great director.
And yeah, super dope director. And it's out, man. Go check it out. Run them views up, please.
So you had mentioned a strain release.
Yeah. We could. Is
that the strain you're smoking on right now, by any chance?
Actually, no. This is one of this is a local brand out of Sacramento, Lumpy's. It's called Lemon Trill, and I actually hate fruity weed.
Yeah.
But this shit is good.
It's the exception.
Yeah, it's definitely an exception. Shouts to Lumpy's, Lemon Trill.
So the strain drop that's coming on 420, you said it's accompanying with a bunch of shows and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So what got you into the cannabis industry?
It was a fluke, actually. We dropped the Mechanics. Well, before we dropped the album, I was bored. You know, I ain't dropped a video in a couple months. I said, man, let's go shoot a video. We shot Shipper, produced by the Mechanics, featuring 4 racks. And the whole concept of the video was, we created this delivery service called Pack Bros. You know what I mean? Yeah, I literally went and got a Sprinter and fucking got it wrapped in Pack Bros stickers and hit up fucking Red Cap and got those uniform shirts, embroidered, you know what I mean? Hat, the whole ensemble. We shot an actual movie, man. The skits, were in front of some local stores.
Not to even interrupt you.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that you guys literally launched a brand called the Pack Bros on accident?
It was an accident. It was an accident.
That was God.
Yeah. We shot that video, and the way
crazy.
we did the skits and shit. Like, shouts to my man KD out in Sacramento. He's the CEO and owner of Tree Boy Clothing, and he has a storefront. So we shot one of the skits in front of there. We pulled up in the Sprinter van, threw boxes and shit all at the store, like and then we ended up in Oakland. Shouts to Fab and Unk over at the Dope Air store. We did a skit in front of the Dope Air store. We just delivering boxes, and I'm fucking up the boxes, kicking them around and shit, playing with them. We getting phone calls about the order not being, it was just a whole fucking situation, bro. It was like a little Friday, you know what I mean, for weed sellers, you know what I mean. And it was so vivid, bro. We started getting phone calls. Hey, man, when's the movie coming out? Hey, how can I buy that shirt? Hey, what can I buy some? And I'm like, damn, all this shit from a video. So we ended up starting a clothing line and a fucking weed company like that week. Like, fuck it. And we've been dropping weed and fucking clothes ever since, you know what I mean? And it's been crazy, man, because you start these unexpected businesses, when you're so focused on one thing over here, and you end up manifesting all these other moves that you got to incorporate into your life because they're all W's.
Now,
it's beautiful.
Let me ask you a question here, because the one thing that we don't realize sometimes is how far these interviews go.
Right.
But you have probably $100,000+ worth of weed behind you, right?
We gonna smoke it.
But let them know, like, Pack Bros is a legal company, correct?
Oh yeah, yes, legal company. We are licensed and all the shit. You know what I mean? We just not sticker bagging it out here and going buying weed and hitting up your local bag person and calling it some shit. No, we are a legal brand, and we can't sell nothing on the black market for fear of losing licenses. So all you motherfuckers in my DM asking about the shit, you have to go to the dispensaries and ask for Pack Bros by name. You know what I mean? Definitely.
So how did you become legal? That's an interesting concept.
I got a buddy, man. You know what? And like I said, man, God works in crazy ways, man. I got a buddy by the name of Cartier Cody, right? And we hang out, right? And he invited me to a show that Currency was headlining down in Sacramento. Currency was there, Ski Beats was there. I met the whole team, Cody's team, you know what I mean? And about a week later, me and Cody, we work at the same lab. Shouts to Capital Connection. C45 on the engineering boards. He introduced me to somebody that he works with by the name of OG Aaron. He don't like nobody to call him OG, but he is a granddaddy in there. Shouts to Papa Aaron. And from then, man, you know, me and OG, man, we just been bouncing our heads off the wall with ideas. He loves my music. I love what he does with the weed. We can combine the both of them and create a culture out the shit. And we've been going ever since, man. So, you know, shouts to OG Aaron, but, you know, most of all, shouts to my dog Cody. Because if, you know, me and Cody wouldn't have went to see the Currency show that night, who knows, you know what I mean? I always go back to that night, always. Like, whenever I think about the shit that we doing now, I think about how the shit started. And it always starts right there.
One thing at All Bay Music that we pride ourselves in is like finding an artist that's literally over that hurdle where right before they're about to become a household name like E40.
Right.
And so the Gatlin surely is that to us.
We working on it. We trying to get there.
Well, and so I want to ask you a question, not because I don't know, but because I want the fans to know, but you've worked with some very prestigious names.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell the viewers some of the people that you've had the pleasure of working with?
Man, this shit don't stop, man. Like, all your favorite NorCal artists I don't fuck with.
I don't know.
Like it's hard, man, because I'm going to forget some people, man. If we in Sacramento, like I said, man, the Sebos, the Brother Lynches, the Marvelouses, R.I.P. King Kahali. That list goes on forever and ever. All the super dope talent in Sacramento. Lil Darians and Trey Solids and T Nutties and Liquor Stoves and Nino Blacks and Buddha Babies and Young Lives and K.O. Bruners and Cody's and the list goes on, right? And then you know we definitely gotta expand. We definitely gotta leave our city.
Yeah.
You know, the first place that I come is the Bay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I come here, we talking about the Beetle Weeders and the Mechanics and the D-Los and the Fabs and the Stevie Joes and the Jay Stallings and the Filthy. All like I fuck with them all. You know what I mean? And I'm an unpolitical dude. Like nobody can sway me to fuck with somebody or not fuck with somebody. I treat everybody based on what I see, you know what I mean? So I've always been good like anywhere I go. So it's easy for me to link up with motherfuckers and do work. You know, me and San Quinn got an album, you know what I'm saying? That's in the streets going crazy. Me and Mitchie Slick got an album out in San Diego. That's going crazy, you know what I'm saying? I got work, man, all over the place. My resume is crazy.
Heck yeah. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I hope to have $1 million. Like for real. Like the way the squad is scaling up, you know what I mean? And I'm not even talking about music. I'm not even on no rap shit. I'm just talking about life. Like we got a lot of businesses that are growing. We're creating businesses every day. We're coming up with ideas every day. My team, their brain is going 1,000 miles an hour every day. In 5 years, if I ain't got $1 million, I'm doing something wrong. Like for real.
So, is there any last words or shout outs that you want to give to the viewers?
Nah, man, fuck everybody, bro. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
Really good over here by myself. Oh shit.
Nah, man, shouts to everybody for fucking with Gat, man. On my day Uno's, man, not a Uno day ago. Tree City, I love y'all, man. South Sac especially, man. Shouts to Luke, man, over at Local Distro for having me, man. Shouts to All Bay Magazine. Burn Clean Genetics, Pack Bros, Orbis, my Cannabis squad, my music fam, all my super friends, man. Y'all know who y'all is, man. I appreciate everybody that fucks with Gat, for real, and all humbleness, man.